see dreams, books, millionaires, ideas, skills, unfinished accomplishments are in the grave. Take a moment and think, what am I doing between the dash? You have to move right now because tomorrow is not promised. Join the Divine Connections movement in a couple of ways. 1, download the app for free. 2, subscribe to Divine Connections magazine. 3, if you have a book, a product, a service, gospel music, business, health and wellness product, church, or anything creative, join the Divine Connections Movement VIP and make a commitment to join a network that supports others, give you major exposure, customer retention, and customer engagement. To find out more about VIP, text 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passions, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections magazine.
Great day, everyone, and a welcome. I am your host, Deloris, CEO of Divine Connections, and we are so excited that you are here today. So, Divine Connection is a faith-based inspirational magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online. We connect with different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, praise dance moms, vendors, anyone that's doing something great in the community. Then twice a year, we have 2 big events, one in March and one in October or September, and March is here. And so our anniversary, 14th magazine anniversary for Divine Connection is on its way. It's going to be Saturday, March 30th at 11 a.m. at Beyond Measure Ministries, 904 East Main Street in Hall River, North Carolina. We're going to have vendors. We're going to have a panel. We're going to have mom, and we're going to have sponsors as well. So we want you to come out and check out what we are doing in the community. You just have to register to attend, and I give you 3 options. Basically, you register at $65. It gets your business card size in the magazine. One is at $150. That's half page ad in the magazine, and then the $250 is a full page ad in the magazine. So you want to get that in this week. All right. And then you also can attend the event as well. So we do a lot of marketing as well. So we are definitely excited about that. And so we have a commercial that is going to come up so you can see who's in that. We also have our broadcast here on Wednesdays between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to let you know who people are and what they're doing in the community. And I'm definitely excited about our guest today. And then we also have an app. You can download our app, Divine Connections Magazine, on your Google or your Apple store. And then also we do, I have a store, an online store, Divine Connections store, where we have over 100 products of different things, mugs, hats, jackets, a lot of things to let people know that they are a Divine Connection. So we'll give a little bit more about that. But let's go into Saturday, March the 30th, Divine Connections event and who is going to be there. All right, hold tight. Give me one sec. Awesome, awesome. So you definitely want to be in the house Saturday, March 30th. You just simply have to register at divineconnectionsmagazine.com/events. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so here we go. I want to, if you want to stay connected and have any questions, we do 336-338-8903. You can text that or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. Our email for the event to register is divineconnectionsmagazine.com/events. If you want to know updated information, join our email list on our website at divineconnectionsmagazine.com for updates and news. Follow us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on our Instagram at Divine Connections, one word. And then we have our YouTube channel at The Divine Connections. If you have not gotten a copy of Divine Connections magazine, it is here, the current one, and then we're working on the next one. So if you want to get the next one, definitely let us know. But right now it's this one at divineconnectionsmagazine.com/special-pricing. You get the digital copy and the hard copy. We have those options as well. And your ad runs for 3 months. So if you want to advertise your business or what you're doing, we would love for you to do that. Just contact us. If you would like to be a sponsor on the show and you have a 30-second commercial for your business or your organization or your book or what you're doing, we do a 3-month agreement. And we will share it with people, our audience, who you are and what you do on a continuous basis for 3 months before or after our interviews. So definitely let us know if you want to be a sponsor. If you need a 30-second or a 60-second commercial for your business, we would love to do that. We do businesses, ministries, books, events, and gospel groups. If you need a 30-second or a 60-second commercial for your business. Now we have our book and our journals as well. We have our journals, which is Making It Happen. You are a divine connection. Write the vision, make it plain, execute and celebrate. So write down things that you have your desires with and the goals, and then look back and work towards it, and then look back at what God is going to do. Then we have our book, The Key Connector, my second book, How to Build an Empire Helping People. And that you go to Amazon, you can get this, or you can go to Walmart.com, or you can get it from me, or it also will be at the events that we have as well. Don't forget to download our app at Divine Connections Magazine. And then also go to our store and shop there at bit.ly/Divine Connections Store. And we also do a couple more things online. We are bringing women together, which is phenomenal, on the last Wednesday of each month at 6:00, where we are just talking about making us better and how we can take care of ourselves and different resources. And so we all get together, encourage one another, give testimonials, give resources, and we connect and, just connect with one another, which is an awesome thing. And then also we do Divine Connections Marketing promotion is now available. So you can now get a package deal where you get the interview, a 30-second commercial. You get to be in the magazine for 3 months, and your information gets to go out to over 5,000 people. So go to divineconnectionsmagazine.com/services in order to look at details for that packet and contact me. I would love, love, love to get you connected with that. And then last but not least, our website for the event is divineconnectionsmagazine.com/events. Okay. So go check that out and get your ticket. So now is our special guest is here, Miss Jamie. I love that she is a young lady, very talented, very skilled, and in the ministry and doing things that she do. So let's bring on, help me welcome Miss Jamie's in the house.
Hello.
Hi. How are
Hi.
you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Wonderful. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Awesome. So tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
So I'm a spoken word artist in the Rhode Island area.
Yeah.
I do spoken word in church, at events, just kind of all over. The most recent thing that I did was I was an opener for my youth convention. So I opened up
Nice.
the first night of youth convention with my spoken word. So yeah.
Awesome. And what got you motivated with spoken word? How did you get started with that?
The funny thing is that I hated poetry. Like I didn't like it. I hated the way school taught it. And like during the COVID times, I kind of like found free verse poetry, and I was just writing poetry.
Do me a favor. Make sure your face is in the camera so we can see you. There we go.
Is that better?
There we go. Okay, there we go.
like free verse poetry, and just like when I found out like, oh, there's like no rules to this, like I can just do whatever I want. I fell in love with like the art of poetry, and then I went to like poetry, like spoken word workshops, and that kind of got me into like the passion of doing poetry and like doing spoken word.
Yeah.
So I was a writer my whole life. I wrote short stories and songs when I
Yeah.
was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And so poetry is like a new thing for me. I've been doing it for like 2 years now, a little bit over 2 years. So
Nice. Do you have something you want to share? Do you have a little poetry you want to share?
sure, I can do the one that I have from
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Go for it.
Called. I was given this voice to speak. My lips, a vessel for our king, the call being whispered through these seats. Appointed for such a time as this. Every movement you make, every note you write, every story you tell, every paintbrush stroke is worship unto our king. You have been called to break the generational curses off your family's back. You have been called to spread the gospel to your city. You have been called to speak to the most oppressed soul in this room. You have been called to prophesy to the nations. Stop looking around. The call is inside of you too. He has called you. He has called us. Don't fear. Don't shy away. There are souls
I love
waiting
it.
for you. You are called to something great. Your testimony is your platform. That fire is inside of you. Don't let it burn away. Don't allow the light to fade. Your friends might have the mic, but you too are called to something great. Pick up your
Yeah.
cross and follow him. Don't allow it to go to waste. When he made you, he called you. When he
Mm-hmm.
called you, he transformed you. The darkness in your mind will be your testimony. There's a reason that suicide attempt did not work. You have been saved for the call. So walk in it. Abide in his ways. Be attentive to his voice. The call is here. The call is right here. Listen to the whisper. We are not the future generation. We are the now generation. So speak now, sing now, evangelize now, preach now. God is calling you now. Are you willing to be used by him? What are you willing to sacrifice? Will you lie down your fears at the cross and follow him? Or will you remain stagnant in this place? Go and be everything that God has called it to be. Yes, you. Yes, you are called. Can't you hear it? That's it.
Woo, that is powerful.
Thank you.
Wow. And I love how you just dropped into the mode of it. That was awesome. That was awesome. I love that. Wow. And I'm so excited. How old are you?
I'm 18.
Awesome. And that is an awesome thing. It's something she didn't like now that she loves to do. And so talk about your ministry, Save the Call.
Yeah, so Save for the Call is a newer, like, is the name that I just came up for my ministry. So I've been doing
Yeah.
ministry for a little while, but I was like, okay, like, let me put a name to my ministry. So
Mm-hmm.
Save for the Call is it's very to my testimony because I was
Yeah.
very depressed. I was very suicidal.
Mm.
I almost took my life on several counts.
Wow.
And so I think of, when I think of Save for the Call, I think of God. God kept me for a reason, and there's a reason of why that suicide attempt did not work.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why I'm not dead right now. There's a reason why I'm still here. There's a reason why I'm still breathing.
Yeah.
So when I was thinking of a name for my ministry, I was like, Save for the Call is perfect because I'm saved to do God's work. I was saved to do what I'm doing now and to spread the gospel as much as I can and to help people who are broken in so many ways. And I have a book on Amazon that's called Midnight
Okay.
Won't Last that does exactly that for me. It's
Mm-hmm.
for people who are hurting. It's for people who are struggling with depression, suicide, anxiety. And so my ministry is for everyone, but it's mainly, I mainly focus on those people who are struggling mentally because that's just where I came from. That's where I can speak to.
Mm-hmm.
So
I love that. And it's amazing because you hear a lot of things going on and people committing suicide,
yeah.
all different ages. So what was going on in your life or your mind during that time, and then you were able to pull out from what you was going through?
Yeah, I think a lot of it was just the environment around me. But not only
Mm-hmm.
that, I think the devil is really good at seeing potential in people and
Mm-hmm.
just wanting to break them down so bad. And so
Yeah.
a lot of my struggle in my life was spiritual because my
Mm-hmm.
life could be going great. I could be having all of these things that are going for me,
Yeah.
but I was still being attacked. I was still depressed. I was still going through what I was going through. And so I think that a lot of my struggles was spiritual. A lot of
Yeah.
it was spiritual attacks. A lot of it was the devil coming for something that he knew that was something was in me, and he
That's
wanted it so bad. Because I remember a time in my, like, the time that I was going through this, like, God propelled me into so many different ministries at
right.
the time when I was the most depressed in my life. I remember my church, the whole year that I was really depressed and I was very suicidal. That whole year there was different ministries that I got, like, thrown into. So I was doing worship team more.
Yeah.
I was leading worship in the main church because I did it for my youth team, but I
Yeah.
was doing it in the main church more. I was getting opportunities to lead worship more. I was getting the opportunity to to learn spoken word, and so I did a spoken word class, I did a mime class, and I did a liturgical dance class. So all
Wow.
those classes that I did was in the
Yeah.
time when I was, like, in the most depressed moment of
Mm.
my life. And I
Wow.
remember during a mime class that I did, I I, I was getting ready to, like, minister my piece, and I got so much fear in my mind. I literally ran to the bathroom. I locked myself in it, and, like, people literally had to pull me out and pray over me. And I remember in that moment, like, I was, like, depression, like, this, like, the heavy
Mhm.
suicidal ideation was, like, broken off of me.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely been a process. Like, there's moments where I slip back into those mindsets. There's moments where I struggle
Mhm.
more than often, but it's definitely a process. But God has definitely worked in my life through my ministry, through ministering to others. He's healed me. So
Awesome, awesome. I love that. I love that, and I'm glad that you're able to speak about it, have ministry, have spoken word, poetry to express that as well. So I know you're definitely being healed throughout your process while you're sharing with other people,
mhm.
but also helping other people that's going through it that may not have a voice or they're kind of quiet about it or don't want to talk about it. And so now you're in the forefront, and God has allowed you to be in the forefront
Yeah.
doing what you do to share it with the world. So that is awesome. Awesome, awesome. How can people connect with you?
So I have a ministry email. It's saveforthecall@gmail.com. And then my
Mm-hmm.
Instagram is Jamie_Brannon_. And also I
Mm-hmm.
do have a ministry Instagram. It's in the bio
Okay.
of my normal Instagram, but it's also just Save for the Call on Instagram.
Awesome, 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 awesome. Wonderful. And what would you say to some young people around your age, you're 18, because a lot of things are going through. It's not like, back in the day, life changes, but, a lot of young people are going through a lot. So what would you say to encourage them to lift their spirits?
I would say it's so cliche, but I would say that it gets better. There's a light at the end of the
Mhm.
tunnel. And when I was going through it and people would say that to me, I'm like, oh, like, I would just roll my eyes. But it's
Yeah,
so true. It's so
yeah,
true. Like,
yeah,
there's a reason for what you're going through right now.
yeah.
And to believe that there's something greater for the reason why you're going through, and it's not, and when you don't place so much on yourself and you're like, oh, I'm
Mhm.
going through this. If you think about it, like, when I get through this, like, I'm gonna be used in a way that
Yeah.
I'm able to be used. And so I think that, like, just keeping that hope is something that's so important. And also community is a big thing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
for me, like, being around people who can
Yeah,
uplift my spirits and pray for me, because when
yeah.
you keep it in the dark, the devil has so much power over that. But once you release it and you say it with your tongue,
Mm-hmm.
it's that power is released, because people around you are now all fighting for you, and you have
Yeah,
people to call for when you're going through it, and to just speak life into you. So I think that's really important, is to have people around you who can speak life into you and to give you a different perspective, because when you're depressed you have one perspective and that's it. But when you
yeah.
have other people to speak into your life, you're able to see a different perspective, and you're able to
Yeah.
see it into a bigger
Okay.
picture. So I think that's really important for anybody who's struggling with that.
Awesome. I love it. You're so mature and, going through a lot and you speak very well. Um, what do you have going on this year?
So I don't have anything planned, but I'm open to, like, any events pretty much. I
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm doing something in June. So I just did, like, YouthCon was like my big thing that I opened for. And so I'm just kind of open to whatever, God leads me to.
I love that. I love that. Anything else you want to share that you can think of?
No, I don't think so.
You said you had a book?
Yeah, so I do have a book. It's on Amazon.
Okay.
It's $13. It's called Midnight Won't Last, Poems for the Hurting. It's a poetry book, so that's available.
Awesome. Do you have any other poetry you want to share to end this up?
Not at the top of my head, though.
Okay. Okay. Well, awesome. We appreciate you and thank you for coming. I'm just overwhelmed with how God is using you at a young age, and you're definitely one of the leaders in this nation, because it's a lot of things going on. But I appreciate that even though you went through what you went through, you persevered, and you're still working through the process as well, but you're being a blessing to yourself as well as others. I love that. So continue to do that and be uplifted as well. Again, y'all check out Miss Jamie. Make sure you connect with her on Instagram. There's her email, and then she has a ministry Instagram as well. She's doing phenomenal things in the kingdom. Make sure you just connect with her. If you have some young people, I would definitely encourage you to connect with her, because it's a good thing. They might not want to talk to parents or other people, but people of like-minded or around the same age, that's a good thing to have another person to converse with and talk with, because we go through a lot in this world and we have a lot of experience in life. But having someone with you or have experience going through something and having someone to talk to on a positive note and giving God glory at all times is definitely a blessing. So thank you, Miss Jamie, for coming on today. You're welcome. Hold tight. We'll be right back. Again, thank you for coming, and listen, you guys, make sure you stay connected to the number one, Divine Connector. Don't forget about March 30th event. I'll play that one more time, and then I will talk to you soon. Make sure you like and share and comment. To God be the glory. We'll see you soon. Thank you, Miss Jamie. Hold tight for me. So thank you for being my guest. All right.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Hold on.
Divine Connections magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now. Hey, we've got exciting news from Divine Connections Marketing Services. Now you can create your own custom video commercial for your business or organization. It's time for you to win. Your product or service is someone's solution, so get the attention of your potential customers now. Choose from a 30 or 60-second commercial today. Just email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com and we can get started. Connect today and let's get started making your custom video commercial now.